step one of making a generator is mounting your bike like this. What I used here was just bolts on this, and up here I took the center thing out of inside the center tire rod and took it out and put it on there, and just that's all screwed down to that piece of plywood for extra stability. That's step one. Step two is making a bracket for your engine. This I got out. Shut up, dog. This I got out of a industrial laminator, and it is a 12-volt engine. But you turn it backwards and it generates electricity. Now, the first problem is I can't get this off for some reason. So what I did here was I took a piece of plywood that fits around it, like that. That'll work fine. And I have holes right there and right there that are threaded, and I got the screws to them, so I need to mark and drill that out. This is what your box should look like. That holds the engine. I put this little back brace here, keep any force from crushing anything. I'll have a strap to that. This goes flat on the deck of the bike holder we made. But there's a problem. This sprocket right here doesn't go good well enough into the chain. You can see here. Actually, it's too fat to fit into the grooves. It had an industrial chain on it, not just a bike chain. So I got this sprocket, and I am going to see where those little bumps are right before them, drill a hole, and then I will take metal tapping screws and try to fix it best I can. So what I did was remove the gear. I tried to drill it, it didn't drill, and so I'm going to weld it. About like that. A little more this way. I'm probably going to weld it from the underside and both sides, but I don't want to get any weld juice into that hole, so I'll try my best. I couldn't think of a way to weld it, to hold it while weld it, so I took this piece of wood, old knife handle, and with a long screw drilled it on here. Then I can clamp on right here, and that way I have kind of a way to hold it, because I couldn't get a clamp on it. I welded all the way around it as best I can. Now I'm going to flip it over and see if I can weld the other side a little bit more. Pretty good welds, I guess. I might do a little touch-ups in those cracks a little bit more. Now to do the other side a little bit. Be careful to stay away from the key. Make sure the shaft doesn't turn. Here's the key on the shaft, but you gotta be careful to stay away from the key. I am done with my welding. I dropped the piece of metal with the gear in water to temper it. I don't know if that worked, but it helped get off any slag bits. So now I'm going to mount this. Alright, I got this adapter that takes just regular jumper cables and takes it to a cigarette lighter. Goes all the way up to here to my little fan. I'm going to give the pedal a half turn. Let's see if the blade turns. Yep. Generating electricity. Oh yeah. So this fan only works with 12 volts. It's a 12-volt fan you put in your car. So that means I'm putting out at least 12 volts. It came loose of its mounts, as you can see there. So I'm going to probably rebuild the mounting system out of angle iron. Like that would work better, weld it down so it can't move. I might actually cut away the front of the bike and take away the seat so it's more compact. We took it to my cousin's house, and he has a voltage meter. I had one, but I burned it up. And it puts out at half speed, which is about slow, about 8 volts. At medium speed, 12. And at fast speed, around 14 to 16 volts. So that's pretty good. That's fast. Alright, I'm going to start by making the back bracket. Dogs! The back bracket for the back tire out of angle iron. Now, this is just bed frames that I take and find in trash and use as angle iron. First I need to cut that. now that I cut all the pieces, it's welding time. Get the welder over here. I like to use the, where is it? 3/0 13 rods, 3/32. Those are good ones to finish. Those ones work really well. I'm almost out of them though. I've now completed the back tire holder. My welds are pretty shitty, but when I make up with cracked welds, I just add more. So I already drilled through it. I'm going to get that piece of shit off, replace it, mount this on the bike, line it up with the chain. I got the back part mounted to the board, and that mounted all up. Now it doesn't have so much movement, although I still need to do something about up here. Replace it with metal as well. So my drill bits are all doled out, so it's kind of hard to drill. But it's a pretty good prototype. I'll work on it a little bit more tomorrow. This is a demonstration of how a bridge rectifier looks. This is a bridge rectifier. That little thing right there, I salvaged it from a power supply. Alright, first, it's a one-way valve for electricity, basically. So here is my positive right here. I'm just going to go to the positive. And this other one's my negative. See, the motor's not turning. But let's reverse polarity. Well, there you go. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show it to you. I think it just stuck on there. That's reverse polarity. So it's a one-way valve for electricity traveling in one direction. See? And going this way, no. And the way I did that was, see the little positive? This is actually a negative, positive terminal. But on the, this kind of bridge rectifier, you take the positive, hook it to the negative, and that's a positive, let's say, I guess, negative flow to make sure it doesn't go back. There's diodes inside here. You can buy them at Radio Shack. They're actually better. It's just a one-way valve for electricity to keep the battery from turning the engine. That way you can charge the battery. So it's pretty cool. I probably need one for the negative wire too. And that way I could trickle charge the battery by pedaling just pedaling over a couple of days. Probably sooner. I don't know. When I hook it up to like a starter or a like that pump over there, you have to get your speed up first, and once you hit it on, it runs for a little bit then cuts off because it slows down that engine really a lot. So what I really need to do is make a flywheel. That'd be awesome. But this simple little generator works. I'll improve on it.